I am so pleased to be here with our new Member of Parliament, James, and to be able to celebrate the 21 other ridings across Canada our party added in the last election. But we all know I was hoping to bring you a much bigger victory. Now, after the campaign, we're taking stock, we're learning about Justin Trudeau's playbook. Now, I knew he would attack me, and I was ready for that. But I never dreamed that he would attack Albertans, attack his fellow Canadians like he did. So I'm going to make improvements over the efforts we made last time. And I can tell you, I am, and our party is ready for the next step to deliver the victory that you deserve. Friends, times of division are times of danger, but they can also be times of opportunity. Now, at the moment, Alberta is paying the price for our nation's division, and I know how many of you are seriously wondering if Canada still works. The damage is significant. 70,000 people looking for work here in the city. 125,000 Albertan energy workers unemployed. Proud Canadian companies like TransCanada and Encana moving their business to the U.S. You feel this keenly in the half-empty office buildings, but most importantly, you see it in the faces of the tens of thousands of your neighbors and friends whose livelihoods have been destroyed by your own federal government. As a father of 5 living in Regina, I see it too. My friends and neighbors are feeling it too. But Westerners, Albertans, are resilient people. You have learned to adapt and overcome everything thrown at you to make this province what it is. But not in a generation has it seemed like you had to do it on your own, with the rest of the country seeming to not understand or sometimes even care about what is happening here. And there's never been a more important time for all of us to stand together. Now, we didn't win on October 21st, and I am deeply disappointed, and losing hurts. But I know for many of you in this room, the disappointment is far deeper, and the pain is much worse. Because you are on the front lines of what is at stake if Justin Trudeau is allowed to keep doing what he did for the last 4 years. And I'm here to tell you that you are not alone. We fell short of our goal, yes, but more Canadians, not just here in Alberta and Saskatchewan, more Canadians right across this country voted for our plan for a united and strong Canada. Our plan where instead of tearing each other down, we lift each other up, where each province has an equal place in Confederation and in working together. As leader of this party, it is incumbent on me to figure out what I and our party have to do differently to finish the job in the next election. And I've already made some major changes to our staff, to our party, and to our caucus leadership. And I'm continuing to travel the country, to have honest conversations, to make sure that we improve upon our efforts. But what I'm also learning is that the division that the Liberal Party has sown in this country goes far deeper than just Conservatives versus Liberals. We are facing a time when our country is being divided between East and West, between English and French, between urban and rural. Even the divisions between generations continue to grow. And the sad part of this is realizing how much this doesn't bother Justin Trudeau. He had 4 years to heal our regional divides, 4 years to reach out to the West, to Alberta, and show he cared about the hundreds of thousands of people out of work. But he didn't. Because division isn't a result of Justin Trudeau's plan. Division is Justin Trudeau's plan. So what we all need to ask ourselves is this: are we going to let another Trudeau divide us, or are we going to fight for the Canada we know and love? Will we fight for a country where Alberta can once again thrive as the backbone of our national economy? Will we let ourselves get torn apart, or will we fight together for a united and strong country? Of course we will fight. And I know you will fight too, because Albertans have never quit when things got tough. Albertans will always fight to survive and to thrive. This province was built by people who overcame impossible conditions. This region wasn't supposed to succeed. They said it was too cold and too rocky, and the resources were too deep or too hard to extract. But since the time of our first people, through when waves of newcomers came to Lacrete or Lethbridge, and to today, Albertans have proven you're tougher than the weather, you're stronger than the terrain, and you know how to dig deep to succeed. Albertans have never been afraid of big ideas. You've never been afraid of impossible dreams. After all, look what all of you in this room have done to create this united Conservative Party. And in this campaign, in this federal campaign, you delivered again for our country because Alberta has always delivered for our country. Conservatives across this country gave blood, sweat, and tears to fight for a united Canada. And that message resonated in virtually every single region of the country. Now, in evaluating what happened in the election, I'm listening to you, and I'm learning. We're learning about what we need to change in order to deliver the victory and finish the job the next time. What I've heard most is that we cannot give up the fight now. Let me also say this. I am very, very interested in hearing from Conservatives like you who worked so hard, who were on the ground, who traveled far and wide, who knocked on so many doors to fight for our vision of a strong and united Canada. I want to hear your concerns and your feedback. I am very interested on how you think our party must be shaped to finish the job we started this campaign. I am entirely uninterested in what the talking heads, the naysayers, and the people who make their money by stirring up division in our party have to say. Because there is a leftist movement in this nation, a movement to shut down our energy sector, to stifle free speech, to destroy free market principles. And if we take the bait and start fighting amongst ourselves now, we are handing them the ultimate victory. That is why we must stay together. That is why we must stay united, ladies and gentlemen. As Conservatives, we only win when we are united, and our federal Conservative Party only succeeds when we are united. And thankfully, Stephen Harper and Peter MacKay put aside their differences for the best interests of the country to create our modern Conservative Party. They united the party, and in doing so, they held the Paul Martin juggernaut to a minority government in 2004. And then, within 18 months, the Conservative Party of Canada formed the next government. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the precipice of the exact same thing. And we know it's going to be hard work, and we will get there together. And we must stick together to find the common ground. Our common ground, founded on individual liberty, freedom, and the rule of law. Our belief that no matter who you are or what you believe, you belong here and deserve every opportunity to thrive and to succeed. But our movement does not get stronger by excluding people. It gets stronger by including people. Whether you're Muslim, Jewish, Sikh, Hindu, Protestant, Catholic, or atheist, there is a place for you in Canada, and as long as I am leader, there is a place for you in the Conservative Party of Canada, ladies and gentlemen. Because our party has always been a picture of what Canada can truly be, of how strong Canada can be when we work together for the good of all. Fiscal conservatives, social conservatives, red Tories, reformers, foreign policy hawks, urban Tories, conservationists, libertarians, law and order conservatives. When we get together, when our caucus meets, we're all just conservatives. We welcome and celebrate everyone, whether Christian or Muslim, gay or straight, French or English, man or woman, from the east or from the west. What matters is that we all believe in every Canadian's intrinsic value and worth. And we will fight for all Canadians. Everyone has a home in our party because our party has always represented the best of what it means for Canadians to stand strong, united, and to work together. Our party must remain a party where all are welcome or it will fall. And that is the real reason why Justin Trudeau needs our party to be divided. Because he came out of this election with big losses. Knocked down from a strong majority government won just 4 years ago to a weakened minority and shut out of much of this country. And his priority, the Liberals' only priority, will be to get that majority back. 15 seats. That's what they're thinking about. That's all they need. He will absolutely find a reason to head back to the polls as soon as he thinks he can get it. The Liberals know that the NDP is weakened and broke. As soon as Elections Canada sends out the party rebates in the spring and the Liberals get their money, Trudeau will get ready to try to get his majority back. And we know what he'll be running on. A carbon tax, a higher carbon tax. Is that what Canada needs? No. Playing one region off against the other in this country. Will that create prosperity? No. Taking firearms away from law-abiding farmers and hunters and letting dangerous criminals off easy. Will that make Canada a safer place? No. Now, I see in the papers and some talking heads on TV, there are some Laurentian elites who want me to sign on to all of that. They think that what Canada needs is a second Liberal Party. And you may have heard some of these folks want me gone because they know I will never stand for that. They want us to start supporting the carbon tax. Does anyone in this room think that the path to victory for the Conservative Party is for us to start supporting the carbon tax? Of course not. And under my leadership, our Conservative Party will always fight the carbon tax, ladies and gentlemen. It's bad policy, and embracing it means the only difference between us and them will be the color of our signs. Do you want a Conservative Party that starts apologizing for our natural resources? Do you want a Prime Minister and a Conservative Party that champions Alberta's oil and gas and believes the world needs more of it? Thank you very much. And what all those people who are calling for us to make these fundamental changes in our party, what they don't seem to understand is that for Canada to thrive, Alberta must thrive. Now, here's my favorite one. They actually think I should be nicer to the CBC. That's part of their whole strategy as well. I don't even have to ask you what you think about that one. Now, all these people, they think that they can turn our April convention into an internal fight. They think this because, let's be honest, Conservatives, we've done this to ourselves before. When we focus on our differences instead of our common goals and our vision for a strong and united Canada, we have snatched victory from ourselves in the past. But I have met with Conservatives right across this country, and I know that that isn't what our convention is going to be about. It's going to be a convention where Conservatives of every stripe come together. And like we always do when we work together, we are going to come up with some big ideas. We're going to use our different perspectives to come out with a bold plan of action for a better Canada. A Canada where Alberta and the West can thrive. Where the provinces of this nation lift each other up instead of holding each other down. That's what a strong, united Conservative Party is going to accomplish. Now, the reason Trudeau lost his majority is because of the people in this room who worked so hard. You knocked on doors, you pounded in signs, you raised hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you sent that to help elect Conservatives in every region in this country. And I want to thank you, because I know the hard-earned money that you raised is not easy in a time like this, and sending it to ridings across the country means so much to our Conservative movement. And folks, when we think we are alone, let's remember those facts. Millions of people in Quebec and Ontario voted Conservative. The problem isn't Canada. The problem is Justin Trudeau, ladies and gentlemen. We are here today in the heartland of the Conservative movement, but we have friends in all regions of this country. In 2015 in Atlantic Canada, we lost every single seat. In this election, we made major inroads and won several key seats. In British Columbia, we proved everyone wrong and added 9 more seats than we had. Now, it is crucial that the Conservative Party remains united, because only a united Conservative Party can keep this country together. Ours is the only party with elected members representing every region of this country. And when Canada is united, the opportunities are endless and our full potential will be realized. Conservatives have a proud history of being nation builders. Sir John A. Macdonald built the Confederation on the dream of a national railroad. A divided Canada makes those kinds of big ideas impossible. And modern Conservatives aren't afraid of bold ideas that bring our country together either. And until the next election, no matter how soon that comes, we are fighting for you with everything we have. And not just our Alberta MPs. Gerard Deltel from Quebec, he's fighting for you too. Pierre Poliver in Ontario, he's fighting for you too. John Williamson in New Brunswick is fighting for a west to east pipeline to get Alberta oil to eastern refineries. You elected 33 strong MPs from Alberta to speak for you in Ottawa, and we have a team of 121 strong Conservatives that will never stop fighting for Alberta, and they will never stop fighting for Canada. So, Premier Kenney, I know the people in this room and right across this province have got your back as you do what needs to be done. And I want you to know that your Alberta Conservative MPs and the Conservative Party of Canada and we have your back too as you do your important work. And I want to take this opportunity to personally thank you. I want to thank you for all you did to support a change of government nationally. You've been working so hard to make fundamental changes here in Alberta, but you haven't lost sight of the need to make fundamental changes for our whole country as well. Premier, you have been an example for all of us in the Conservative movement, tireless advocate for these strong principles. The changes that you have brought to this province, you can feel it. Every time I come back here, ever since the last provincial election, you can see the hope and optimism is coming back, and that is thanks to your hard work and your dedication to this province and to the things that you believe in. I want to thank you, and I want to let you know we're not going to let you down, because we are going to fight. We are going to use our stronger position to keep the fight to repeal Bill C-69. We're going to keep fighting to champion Western Canadian energy. We're going to keep fighting to make the case for why Quebec and Ontario need Western Canadian oil and Western Canadian energy, not foreign oil or American energy. And we are going to make sure that this current Liberal government gives Alberta a fair deal. Our country's potential is as vast as the distance between our shores. We've brought people together from all walks of life, from all around the world, in pursuit of something bigger than ourselves, building a peaceful, prosperous country that offers opportunity to all who seek it. These are the things that I am going to fight for. And some people have asked, why am I still fighting? Why don't I just give up? Because I can't and I won't. Because Justin Trudeau isn't stopping his fight for his version of Canada, so neither will I. Because if Justin Trudeau and his friends get their way, Canada will no longer be the country we know and love. And if his allies manage to tear our party apart, then we may never get it back. Now, I know Albertans. Albertans don't quit. You never quit when it gets tough. And Canadians across the country won't quit. Conservatives across the country won't quit. We're going to keep fighting for all of you. I'm going to keep fighting for Canada and keep fighting for Alberta. Keep the fight for the Conservative movement all across this country. So Alberta, Conservatives across the country who are watching tonight, are you ready to fight Justin Trudeau again? Well, so am I. So the work starts today, and we're going to finish the job the next election and deliver for Canada a conservative government that puts people first and heals our country, unites our country, and ushers in an era of prosperity. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Premier Kenney. It's always such a pleasure to be in Alberta and in Calgary. Thank you.